Welcome to the Collective Talk podcast, where real conversations lead to real change. Each week, we spotlight powerful stories, authentic voices, and bold ideas that move our communities forward. From local leaders to everyday change makers, these are the people driving real impact. This is a space for truth, connection, and perspective. No noise, no filters. You're here for honest dialogue. So let's begin. It's time for a real conversation. All right. Welcome back to the Collective Talk podcast. We thank you for joining us again today for another conversation. So, this is Collective Talk podcast where the mic is on and the truth is loud. Today's episode is brought to you by Dream Romantic Vacations, your passport to unforgettable gateways. We'll tell you more about them later on in the show, but for now, just know they make dream trips happen with zero stress. Today, we're diving into a world of nostalgia, creativity, and pure fun. Our guest has built an amazing community around toys, collectibles, and the thrill of the hunt. Whether he's uncovering a rare vintage treasure or reviewing the latest release, his passion and energy are contagious. Please welcome the creator behind Roc Vega Toys, toy videos, and reviews. This is Roc Vega. Roc Vega, welcome to the show. For those meeting
Thank
you
you.
for the first time, can you give us a quick introduction to who you are and what your YouTube channel is all about?
What's going on, everybody out there? To Collective Talk. This your boy Roc Vega. This YouTube station here is basically toys, man, vintage toys, 1980s, 70s, 90s. This is for all the 80s babies out there, man. Like I'm talking Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe. I got some anime, Little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Street
All right.
Fighters, and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So let me ask you this since that, and thank you for that just overview, but do you remember the very first toy you ever bought or received that started this whole passion?
Uh, from me, that started me recollecting right now.
Yeah.
The first toy I got was, I want to say, Cobra Commander and Destro.
Okay. And what was special about Cobra Commander and Destro that said, okay, let me get busy doing this again, something that I love?
I mean, I had him as when I was a kid.
Okay.
Cobra Commander. He's one of the greatest villains of all time. I mean, so if you know anything about G.I. Joe, you like the Joes, but you rock with the Cobras. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right. All
The
right.
Cobras was the guy. So yeah, around pandemic, around the pandemic time, when COVID hit, I started back collecting 6-inch GI Joes, not the regular 3.75 inch.
Okay. So what made you decide to start filming and uploading toy videos and reviews to YouTube?
Man, I had so much good stuff. I just wanted to share it with the world, man. I'm like, I'm coming across a lot of great action figures and the nostalgia of it. I know people in my age group, they remember this. So when they see it, it's like a wow factor. Like, dang, I had that when I was a kid,
Mm,
and to see it in like a bigger form, it's just. I just felt like people would like to see it, and got a lot of people that like to see it. They tune in to watch
yes.
it.
Yeah, you got a very popular channel. So, did you have a clear vision for your channel from the beginning, or did it evolve over time?
It evolved over time. At first, I just was gonna show action figures, and then I started like doing little skits and hold the whole thing. Like, man, if you go to my page, you will see all type of videos. It's funny videos, parodies. I do everything with the toys, man.
Okay. What was the biggest challenge in the early days of building your channel?
Subscribers, man. That's with anything to get people to see your vision. You know what I'm saying? To follow you
Right.
to see what you got going on, because it's like people attention spans these days. They're not very long, so they're not gonna.
Right.
If the content's not good, they're not gonna So luckily, it's been grabbing them and it's been keeping them entertained. So I've been keeping
Cool.
to the same script, and
No, I think that's important. But you know what? That just leads me into another question. Your channel covers a wide range of toys from vintage models to modern releases. How do you decide what to feature next on your channel? What makes you say, okay, this is gonna be my next video?
I try to keep current with what's going on in like the toy community. If you in like a lot of toy forums, you know what's hot, you know what people looking for, and if you come across anything like a grill type of thing, you definitely want to show that because somebody's gonna want to see that, or something like a HasLab. A HasLab is something that you would have to prepay and you won't get for like a year and a half later, but it's a big item like this his tank back here. That's a HasLab right there. That's a
Okay, okay.
HasLab toy, and you know it had to buy it. Took 2 years to get it, but
Wow.
if you didn't buy it back then, you're not getting it now unless you
Uh,
third party, and third party is gonna cost you $1,000.
And you know what? That's I'm glad you mentioned that because speaking of costs, I kind of went through your channel. Of course, I look at most of the videos that you post, but correct me if I'm wrong. That you have a monster Goodwill score video that seems to be a fan favorite. Can you tell the story about finding a $180 toy that you got for $7.99?
Uh, which toy is that?
I think it was Monster Goodwill.
I
And I
found
could
some.
be wrong. I could be wrong. So you know what? Just let me shift because I may have saw the wrong thing. But talk about a toy that you got for a low cost. And I think you were talking about now, like if you didn't get this before, then it's gonna be worth a lot and you can't get it now. But talk about a collectible that you got for something like maybe even under $10 and now it's worth hundreds of dollars. What is that toy and what makes it worth that much money now?
Something that I got cheap that's worth something right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I can't think of anything offhand. Uh,
Because I
I'm
know
looking
you
over.
showed it. I think it was a collectible that you said you were taking back to the toy store, and you said you had gotten it for a smaller price, but it was worth. It seemed to be double or
Oh, you.
triple that.
What I had did was I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now I could be wrong, but are you talking the other day?
Yes.
I made
Yes.
a trade.
Yeah. You made a trade. Yeah.
I made a trade. What I traded was a GI Joe Vamp and Clutch.
Okay. Okay.
Now that's a very hard to get item right now. Like if you didn't get it when it came out and missed it, you're probably not gonna get it right now. It was I think it retailed at like $99 when it came out, and
Okay.
right now they're like about 400.
Wow. Now, what makes
So
that particular collectible worth so much money now when you pay under 100 and now it's worth 400? Is it just because you can't get it right now, or is there
it's
something
just
unique about it?
Hasbro not making them anymore. So I
Ah,
mean
okay, okay,
they haven't said that they were gonna bring it back or anything like that.
okay.
So if you didn't get it when you could have got it, now you got to go on eBay and pay that big ticket. But
Got you, got you, got you.
luckily, I bought a couple.
No, that makes sense. And you know what that and I as looking at your channel, it seems that you've done some amazing unboxings for the subscribers. Which one has been the most memorable? The most memorable, okay, this is my showcase thing that I have found that I want you to see. That you love and that you think that and even if the viewers don't love it, what do you love? Like this is it.
Uh,
This is the dopest one.
my his tank is definitely it's up there. It's top of the line. It's if you got that, you in the league. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
But I also have things that have been made that's almost more precious than that his tank. Like
Ah, yeah, I know you have some
you
things
can't
that you
see
have
it
had
behind me,
made.
but I have this Wolverine behind me that my guy Spec Ops made, and
Okay.
you can't get that. So you know what I'm saying? That's like
Yeah.
a unless you guys know somebody that can make that with a 3D printer or something like that, it's just like nothing you can go to the store and buy.
Wow, that's wonderful. You know what? I'm gonna take a little pivot from this. So when we go to our commercial sponsor, I want you to grab the thing that you know that you feel like is the this is the pick of the crop, the cream de la cream, so we can show our viewers what that is. Because I think it's important that they not only hear what you're talking about, but they can see some of the things that you're talking about. So as we come back from our commercial break, I definitely would love for you to show off one of your most valuable assets. And so now let me just go into like we talked about the things that you showcased and why you showcased them. But can you walk us through a typical day of creating one of your videos from picking the toy to hitting publish?
Well, it's really spur of the moment, man. It's like what I'm thinking about that day, or I could come downstairs to my basement and just look around at some figures, or I could be watching TV and I could see something. I could be like, man, I should get these figures and reenact the scene. Like I had did reenacted the scene from Baby Boy when Big Range was telling the boys about guns and butter. Excuse me,
Uh,
guns and butter. And I used a roadblock character and a couple of more guys, but it just depends on what I see and how I'm feeling that day, and that's how I let the videos roll. I don't really stress about it like have an agenda. I'm gonna shoot this day. I'm gonna shoot this day.
okay.
I think if I plan to do something, it just gets watered down. If I do it, then it's hot.
No, I agree. And you know what, that goes into my next question. So I've looked at other people who have done collectibles from WWE figures to just any other kind of figures, and a lot of them just really showcase the item. So, but when you watch your videos, you make them fun, you make them exciting, you do the voices and all of that. Why is that so important to you to do it that way versus than just showcasing the item?
I mean, I do in both. I showcase the item on mostly like short videos with a little bit of music behind it. Bam, you get to see the item. And then I
Okay.
usually take them out the box, and that's when I usually shoot like a skit or something like that.
Okay.
But I think like man, all the voiceovers and it's the comedy, man. It's the entertainment part. That's what really people want to see. I mean, they enjoy the toy,
Right.
but yeah, it's like I don't want to say a robot chicken because I don't want to be like he got that from Robot Chicken, but
Right. Right.
it's on a sort of that level like
Okay, okay. And speaking of that, what gear or editing software do you use to make your videos?
that. CapCut. I'm just using CapCut right
Okay, okay. So in CapCut, for people who do content creation or video editing, it's really, it's not very difficult. You don't have to code. So I think that's good for people to know. And so let me ask this: what would be one of the tips you would give to someone who is starting out
now.
if they wanted
Collecting,
to do some of the same things that you're doing?
as far as the collecting
Yeah, for
thing,
collecting. Yep. Anybody that just,
don't
they've got a couple of
don't
figures and they say, "Hey, now I want to, I want to create the collection that you have."
don't follow the trend. Just collect what you like. Don't
Okay.
try to keep up with the next man collection like you see, oh, this guy got this guy got this, I need to get that
Right.
and compete. No, it's not a competition. That's one thing. Collecting is not a competition. Collecting is what you like. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Yep.
don't never let nobody tell you, that's trash. No, that's what you like.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, trash is another man's treasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
I do. I do. As a
collect what you
collector
like.
of WWE items, I know what you mean. I start out with what I like, and I think that's how I've done my collection. And sparked me to collect, the collectibles, the action figures, because I was just
Right.
doing the belts. But I think I listened to you like, hey man, get what you like. Get, if you want it NWO,
Exactly.
get that. So When you think about, and I know you've talked about that. So just say, for instance, I'm a person and I see a few Cobra Commander figures that I like. Is there a way that I should put that collection together? Should it be all Cobra Commanders? Should it be GI Joe and Cobra Commander? So like, how did you put your collection together so that they would complement each other?
I mean, I have like different setups. Like I have my this is my Cobra Commander Street Scene,
Okay.
Cobra Street Scene, and then I have different diodes back here. I
Okay.
have like Dr. Mindbender's lab. I got like a ninja background, and then for like the video game people, I have a Capcom versus Marvel case
Wow.
where you got like your Street Fighter guys and your Marvel guys, and I got beat vehicles up on top, and I got vintage tanks. It's however you want to put it together, man. It's on you. And then my opposite wall back here is it's all Marvel. I got
Okay.
Marvel
Okay.
on my back wall back there, so I
Okay.
mean it's in different sections, but
Now that brings me to just another question. And of course, I'm asking questions, but in order for you to be able to put those sides together like that, that would mean that you would have to know the history. Like, did you watch the cartoons when you were a child? Like, how did you know that this certain Cobra Commanders they go together? These Marvel characters go together. Do you know the history of a lot of these figures that you collect? And how do you know? Did you watch them? Did you watch the cartoons as a child? Did you read comic books? Both. Let us dive into the history of how you know how to put all these things together.
90% of everything I buy I know
Okay. Okay.
about. You know what I'm saying? I seen as a kid. I read comic books as a kid. Yeah. I mean, being a kid back then was the research. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
I did
Yeah.
all of that research back then when I was little, reading the books, watching, running home from school, coming to watch the cartoons, waking up Saturday morning with Captain Crunch, sitting in front of TV, waiting on Spider Man or G.I. Joe or He
Right.
Man or whatever, Thundercats, whatever came on Saturday morning. I'm there for it. So yeah, I watched
Okay.
a lot of cartoons and I had a lot of toys
Now, do
as
you
a
you
kid.
and you remembered all of those figures as you became an adult? So you're mid. I would say I don't want to say middle age. I don't want to make you old, but you were a little. You're over 40, and so you
Right.
still remembered how all of those things went together from
Oh
being a
yeah.
child.
Yeah, yeah. It
Wow.
was it was my passion as a kid. So
Okay.
it never really went away. It's just I got older and now I can afford what I want.
See, and
So it's like
that's a good thing. You took something that was your passion as a young person, and now it's become even more of a passion as an
right,
adult. And so you're
right,
amassing something that you can leave to your children or grandchildren or whomever, and that's a wonderful thing. And I think people need to understand that, that passion can still be relived as an adult. And so I
right.
want to I want to pivot again back to your videos because I think they are fantastic, and that's truly the reason why I wanted to do this episode with you. And I encourage people to go to look at your YouTube channel and check out those videos because they are entertaining as well as informative. But let me ask you, do you script your videos or are they more spontaneous? So when you say you do the voices and all of that, do you sit down and like write a script? Okay, this is what I'm gonna say, or is it just straight off the dome? Is it just this is how I'm feeling, and so this is how I'm gonna put it out there?
Everything is off the dome. Nothing's
Okay,
scripted.
okay,
Nothing
okay.
is never scripted. Like I said, I'm never thinking ahead of what I'm gonna do. Like it's like whatever I see. Like right now, I got a little polar bear and a bone breaker build a figure on my table right now. I don't know.
Okay.
I might do. You remember the movie the Covenant? Is that
Yes.
what it was? When the bear
Yeah.
attacked.
Yeah.
I might just do that right now. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
might do
Okay.
that. So that it depends. It depends on what I see and how I feel. Like I say, nothing's never pre-planned.
Okay. Now, for those who are listening and watching, this is a question of the hour that I'm sure a lot of people will want to know. What is your most expensive collectible? What is it, and why does it cost so much?
My most expensive.
Yeah, the one that it may not have cost you as much to get it, but now that you look out there and you see the way that people are purchasing it, what is the most expensive one that you have? And then why is it so expensive? I know you say that the rarity and that people not being able to get them, would drive the cost up, but there has to be some other aspects of it that makes it expensive. So think about one of the and it may be one of the things that you said that you had made for you. And so if that's expensive, and it may not be expensive to other people, but it may be priceless to you because it was made especially for you. So think about a piece that you had that may fit into that category of either it's priceless because nobody else can ever have it, or other people can get it, but they're gonna have to pay a grip for it because it's just not something that's out there. And then what makes it, I mean, when you would describe that piece, and why does it mean so much to you, and why would it be so expensive to other people that they would be willing to pay a lot of money to get it?
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure it will be that his tank.
Okay, okay.
That,
Now
that
talk
his
about
tank,
that.
his tank. It came out maybe about 2 years ago when
Okay,
they dropped it or started showing it. It might have been about 3 years ago, and I want to say it was 3.99,
okay, okay.
two 2.99 maybe. Whatever. One of those prices.
All right.
Let's just say it was 300 at the time,
Okay,
and they gave you maybe like 45 days to decide if you wanted to back the program.
okay.
And if you didn't bag the program after 45 days, yeah, too bad for you. And
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? Waited 2 years later, bam, it came. I got an unboxing on my channel if you want to watch it.
Okay, okay.
Now, like I said, it's on eBay, $800-900.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, it's up there. It's up there. So I would have to say that, but it came with some great things in it. Like I have a Cobra Commander, uh, retro Cobra Commander card back unpunched. It doesn't even have a hole on it, so it ain't even been on the shelf or nothing like that. The
Okay.
one with the chrome mask, and he has like the Mickey Mouse Cobra sign, so he's worth some money.
Wow. And you know what? I'm glad you were talking about just the things that it come with, because if anybody watches your channel, they know that yes, you get a collectible, and it may just be a collectible in the box, and it may come with a few things, some, another head or some hands or something like that. But you, in your videos that you do, you are always adding something to it. Like I've seen videos where you've had small bundles of money, you've had
Yeah,
gold,
yeah. Gotta have the
so
props. Gotta
yeah,
have the
so
props.
how do you now talk about the importance of putting those props into your videos?
I mean,
And where
it
do you
makes,
get those props as well?
yeah, Hobby Lobby, Amazon,
Okay.
SG, places like that.
What's the importance of the props though?
Brings out the realistic to the skit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
it just makes it looks more better. Like you can have somebody sitting there talking, or you can have somebody sitting there talking with a beer or pop, or you know what I'm saying, or
Right, right, right.
holding some money, or you know, the props are props. It's like a movie. It makes the movie better. You know what I'm saying? Gotta
I
have the
do.
props.
I do.
Gotta have
And
the
so
props.
when you think about how do you know what prop to put with what now, is that still all spontaneous? Like, you know what, I'm gonna put a beer with this character, or I'm gonna cross his legs, I'm gonna give him a cigar, it's gonna be, it's something that I want to do that's like Tony Montana-ish, so I'm gonna put a big tray of white cocaine as a
Yeah,
for Tony Montana. We're not saying use cocaine, but we're just saying that this is the way that you have put the
yeah.
video together. So how do you
It,
think about what goes with what and how you want to put things together?
it's just like if you like see a scene in your head, you'll be like, dang, need a post. I need a mailbox right there, or I need a microwave right there. I need a little barbecue grill. I need a cheer. I need this guy to hit this guy with a cheer. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just anything I find like little trinkets like that. I just buy 'em.
No, that's wonderful. I want to make sure before we go on, we got some time left, but let shout out and let people know what your YouTube channel is. So as they're listening to this, they're probably okay, man, this sounds great. Let me run to this YouTube channel. What is your YouTube channel name for the folks that are watching and listening?
You can catch me at Rock Vega toy videos and reviews on YouTube.
All right, all
Um,
right, all right. And
and,
make sure
and
you
I,
you you punch that subscribe button as well. And go ahead, brother. You were
please.
saying something else?
And TikTok. I'm also on TikTok at
Uh,
Rock Vega toy videos and reviews.
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let me just dive a little bit more into. So we've talked about like the videos, which I think is the most important thing. We've talked about the pieces. So now we've talked about your most expensive piece. Now, what is your least expensive piece that people can find out there? It's not hard to find, but it means so much to you. And why? Why does it? What is that piece, and why does it mean so much to you, even though it doesn't cost a lot of money?
Least expensive. I don't know, man. Probably one of these action figures or something, man. LeBron James,
Oh, okay,
maybe.
okay,
He
okay,
he was at Ollie's
okay.
for $5, but LeBron is my guy. I love LeBron.
Me
So
too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So he was definitely probably one of my cheapest, but he's a great action figure.
No, I think that's important. So I think collect people who are listening that you don't have to always spend lots and lots of money, but again, as Rock Vega said, get that thing that means something to you, something that you remember from childhood, and it's just something that you may go into a store and you see, pick it up, and that may be the beginning of your collection. So grab something that brings back some nostalgia to you, something that's important to you, and you can start your collection by just collecting those things that mean a lot to you. They may not cost a lot of money now, but the whole purpose of collecting is that what it costs now, 10 years from now, it may cost a whole lot more. So now you said that you knew the history because as a child you ran home, you waited for Spider-Man, you watched that. So now tell me, which was your favorite cartoon that you now have collectibles for, and why was it your favorite cartoon? What was it about that cartoon that you loved as a child?
By far, GI Joe. GI Joe was my favorite cartoon.
Okay.
Um, I probably have more GI Joe figures than anything. What gravitated me towards GI Joe was the stories, the
Okay, what about the
action.
stories?
It was always good, man. It always had some type of message to it, and at the end of it, they would have like the characters be like, "You shouldn't do this," and they'd be like, "Oh, thank you," and he'd be like, "Yeah," and knowing is half the battle.
Right.
GI Joe, yeah, it
Right.
always taught you something, so it was
Right.
always you was always learning something from it, but it was just a great cartoon. And they had great characters, man. So
No, I
yeah.
think that's important. I think that's important. So now we're a little bit halfway through, and so now we want to just give some time to recognize our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect destination for your next special event? Dream Romantic Vacations makes it easy. We handle every detail, so you can enjoy unforgettable memories. We plan romantic getaways, destination weddings, group trips, and corporate retreats with expert care. You'll enjoy seamless planning and personalized service, along with an exclusive travel experience tailored just for you. Call 708 442 4775 or email vacay at dreamromanticvacations.com. Visit dreamromanticvacations.com. Let us handle the details while you enjoy the journey.
All right, all right. That it was Dream Romantic Vacations. That is the sponsor for today's show. We are so happy to have them as a sponsor. And just remember, let them handle all of the details while you enjoy the journey. All right, brother. So I did ask you, and I'm not sure if that commercial gave you time enough to do it, but if you could grab something that you thought the viewers and the listeners. Now, for the listeners, he's gonna have to describe it to you. But for those who are viewing, can you show us this thing, this piece that means so much to you, and then tell us why?
Well, I didn't grab it his tank because it's a little heavy. So,
Okay, okay.
but this is just as well.
Wow, wow,
This is this you can't buy. You can't buy this. It's a little dusty because it's sitting on my shelf, but this
wow.
thing here, this was specially made for me.
Okay,
And I designed it. I told him the color I wanted it. And this guy named Spec Ops Toys, I always shout my guy out. Spec Ops Toys. If you need him, you can look him up. He can build this for you. It's about $300. But this thing here, as you can see, this is a bad boy. It's fully operational.
wow,
The missiles come in and out. All of that. It works.
wow,
This is a 3D printed vehicle, and it looks like this was made in a toy toy factory or something.
wow.
It
Shout out.
rolls,
I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish that one because I want
it
you to shout
rolls
out
and
the guy
everything.
again.
It's full functional. His name is Spec Ops.
Wow,
If you on TikTok, Spec Ops Toys on YouTube's, he's the Simtex collector.
wow. And now you said you designed that, so now that means that's something that had to be in your head. You told him exactly, and I want to shout him out as well because he did some WWE, some special WWE signs for me, and they were fantastic. So thank you, Spec Op Toys, for what you did for me as well. So we definitely want to shout you out. But to get back to that, like you said, you had him design it. So where did that design come from? How did you think about that and get him to bring that to reality?
I mean, he had already had made like two of
Okay.
these right here, but they wasn't this color scheme.
Okay.
So I had seen it, and I commented, was like, man, it's nice. And he had hit my page up. He had seen my collection. He was like, man, only thing you missing is one of my vehicles. So I
Wow.
was like, oh yeah. So I looked and had ever since then, man, me and him been rocking. I got something coming that's gonna blow y'all mind, but I ain't gonna even tell y'all about it. But he's making me something right now that's gonna be crazy.
All right. Well, that means
But
you guys have to continue to follow the channel to find out what that is. Now,
oh
I
yeah.
know a few stories of things that you've done with fellow collectors, but I want people to know, and who may want to be collectors or people who are watching in the collecting community, what was the best interaction you've had with a fan or a fellow collector?
The best interaction? Ah
Mm-hmm.
man, I have so many great toy friends, man. Uh I have to give shouts out to my boy Scott Jackson.
Okay.
Scott Jackson is like one of the first guys that really looked out for me when I started collecting toys. His collection's crazy, by the way. He sent me some vintage. He sent me a vintage tank from the UK.
Wow.
So yeah, shout out to him on that. And he the one that really gave me the eye for like dioramas and building stuff to make your figures look good, like setups for
Okay.
your figures. And he got me off into that right there. So yeah, shout out to Scotty Tuhati. That's what I call him.
Scotty Too Hottie. All right, all right. So now that, and I have a question just to go along with that. How has the YouTube toy collector community shaped your journey? Because I want people to know that there is a community out there of collectors that you can get involved with. How has that shaped your journey?
Man, let me tell you, there's some haters out here.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. It's some grown crybabies in the toy community, man.
Okay.
These
Okay.
is 50-year-old men that's crying like they're five,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
They
And why?
all I, they reverted back into their childhood or something, man. Like bruh, we all grown men. Why are y'all arguing and bickering over some toys, man? Like
Wow.
that you're
Wow.
gonna eventually have to pass down to your kids.
Right, right.
Because you can't keep them forever.
Right,
So that's
right,
basically all I'm doing is building this dynasty for my girl's son, so he can
right,
have all of this. This is gonna be all his. As I always tell him, bro, just take care of it. You got a lot of money on your hands, man.
right, right. And that's important.
So,
That's the thing about
but
collecting.
the toy community is it's some haters out here, man. Especially with like the YouTube channels and
Okay.
all of that, man. Everybody trying to outdo everybody, man. But I'm
Mm,
just here for
mm.
fun, man. I'm
Right.
not even really making money off my YouTube channel. I just like showing people the stuff.
Ah,
You know
okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah, yeah. Well, for the haters, stop hating. But for those of you, and I believe there are more positive people, and I'm sure you can back me up. There's more positive people out there who just love collecting and love talking about it. And so, this just it really goes into my next question. If you could collaborate with any other toy reviewer or brand, who would it be and why?
Hey, I'm always looking for sponsors. So if any Hasbro, Mattel, any of them Storm Collectibles, Jada Toys, anybody, y'all want to send me something to
All right.
review? Hey, my hands are open and welcome. I will review them to the greatest of my ability, to my uh subscribers I got on my stations. They would love to see it. As far as toy collectors that I would like to collab with, I mean, I'm always gonna collab with Spec Ops. I like Benny's Customs. He's out in Michigan.
Okay.
I like Woody Triple Two. He's out on the East Coast. Now his collection is crazy. I always check out his station. Articulated Ninja. He's like a big dog out here in the game. Yojo Jerk. It's a lot.
Okay.
Shartimus Prime. I watch them all. I
Okay.
watch
Okay.
all these guys. They probably don't know who I am, but I know who they are. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
All right. All right. And is the toy
Except for
collect
Woody Triple Two. He holler at me.
Woody
So
Triple Two? Okay. And how big would you say the collectible or toy collecting community is? Is it? I mean, I know you can't give us a number, but would you say that it's small, medium, large, extra large, humongous?
it's
How big would you say?
humongous. It's humongous, man. They
Okay.
have Comic Cons and brother, the toy community is big. It's a business.
Wow. Wow.
It's a
Okay.
business.
Okay. So now we go back to talking about you and just your channel. So where do you see your channel going in the next year or two?
Man, hopefully to the stars, to the
Okay.
wherever Galactus was living at in the Fantastic Four. I hope it go. I hope it go that far, man. But yeah, hey, sky's the limit. I'm gonna keep pushing.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
keep pushing.
All right. Are there any new lines or trends you're excited to explore? So, are there any new toy, lines that are coming out that you are like, man, I really need to look into that, or any new figures that you've seen out there that you're like, okay, that's going to be the next one I buy, when I get the, ability to buy that. Are there any? And tell us what those are.
I mean, I'm always stick with the GI Joe. GI Joe was always dropping stuff, but right now, I've been I've been messing with Jada Toys pretty heavy.
Okay.
Jada Toys,
Okay.
they do all the Street Fighters and all of that, and I've been getting a couple animes there and there. So Storm Collectibles, I've been messing with them as well.
Okay.
But I heard, I think I think McFarlane is gonna start making Mortal Kombat figures, if I'm not mistaken. I'm
Okay.
not a I'm not a fan of McFarlane. No, don't jump on me, Todd McFarlane, if you hear this.
All right. All right.
I like your toys. It's just like they're not really articulated like that.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and I want to say somebody's finna start making wrestling figures. I
All
can't
right.
think of
Now
the
that's what I'm
company.
talking about. All right.
Because they made by Mattel now, right?
Yep, by Mattel. That's
I
true.
think somebody's finna get that license from them.
Wow, make sure you let me know that. That's something I need to know for sure.
It
Now,
is because I seen they like had a Jacob Fatu. They had they showed like four different things that was coming out
oh,
first.
okay, okay. Can't wait. Jacob Fatu is one of my favorites. So yeah,
Man, it's just
he's
nice.
new on the scene of WWE, but he took off like wildfire. And I know you're a fan of him as well. So yeah, we definitely want to keep tapped into that. So let me ask you, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone thinking of starting a toy review channel today?
Um, ooh, Blanco, don't knock over my tripod. Man, just do you, man. Like I said, man, don't let nobody deter you from doing you, man. You shoot your video the way you want to shoot it, man. You do you. Don't let nobody tell you how to do it or how you should do it or how it should look. It's all got to come from here, bro. It's
Okay.
got to come from the heart. So if you're
No,
gonna do
that's
it, just do it.
No, that's wonderful. And so now, Rock, before we wrap up, and we got about 10 minutes left. We do this with all of our collective talk episodes. We want to have a quick rapid fire round. So now I want you to get prepared for this. So it's short answers only, no overthinking. So let me know. Are you ready?
Always ready.
All right. Favorite toy line of all time. I think you already said that, but tell us again.
G.I. Joe,
Okay. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
All right, now I guess I got to stop. You got to let me know because I'm a DC fan. Let me know why Marvel over DC.
Better characters.
Oh no, come on, you got to elaborate more. We go put a pause on the rapid fire. I've been waiting to ask you this, and I want everybody listening who are who may be Marvel fans or DC fans. Tell us what you mean by that, and then you got to tell us what's the difference between Marvel and DC for you as a person that watched, and then as a collector.
I mean, most of the guys from Marvel was whooping all them guys from DC over there,
Oh
bro.
Lord,
You know
okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying? I mean, like, what you want to do? You want to compare Batman and who? Tony Stark's?
You know Batman is my favorite, so let's take
Yeah,
Batman and compare him to Iron Man. What's the
yeah.
difference?
Iron Man's whooping them.
Why is Iron Man
He's
whooping
in a
Batman?
suit. He's in an iron suit. What does Batman got to? I don't care.
He
None of
got his
his
utility
contingencies.
belt and all of the
I mean,
things
what
that
is
he's
that gonna
made.
do? Man, he can have 14 days contingency plans to try to stop Iron Man. It's not gonna happen. It's
All
not
right,
gonna happen.
I know we've had that debate many times, so I wanted people to hear that. So vintage or modern toys, and why?
Both,
Okay,
both.
now explain that.
I mean, because a vintage toy, I mean, it might hold some special in your heart, but you might see something new, like, man, that's dope. That's hot. I need that. So
Okay, okay.
I
One
say
toy
both.
you regret selling or giving away.
One toy I regret selling or giving away. I don't have one. I don't have one. I'm pretty happy with all the good trades. I just traded a vamp for the Serpentor.
Okay,
Everybody thought I was crazy because they felt like the vamp was worth more, but I didn't have Serpentor.
okay.
And I thought it was a great trade. I had multiple vamps. So
Okay, okay. And
I
again,
feel
like
like
you
I came
said,
up.
see, that's it. You said keep what you love, and you can trade that thing that you're willing to trade. That even though other people may love it, it's all about you. So people who are listening and interested in the collecting community, do what's in your heart. I think that's the theme of this show and what Rock Vega has been telling you. Do what's in your heart. So now,
Exactly.
a toy that you never part with, and why?
A toy that I'm never gonna part with.
That you would never part with, no matter how much money you be offered,
My gold Destro.
and why?
Because that's my boy. That's my
Okay.
boy. That's my boy. He one of my first, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna part with Destro.
Okay. No matter how much money they offer you, you would never get rid of them.
That's my guy. Nah, that's my
Okay. Okay. Where is your favorite place to hunt for toys?
guy. Probably Crown Point Collectibles.
Okay. Okay. What's so interesting about Crown Point Collectibles?
Megan's got a variety of everything.
Okay, okay, okay,
everything, and I mean everything.
okay, okay. So those of you who are listening and watching, look out, check out Crown Point Collectibles, and they may have something that you need. If you could review any toy before its release, what would it be?
Any toy before it's released,
Yeah, something that you heard that's coming down the line that you hear is in creation, and it's like, yeah, if I could get that and to review it, this is what it would be.
it'll probably be like one of those Mythic Legion dragons or something. One of them real big dragon things, like $900 dragon.
Okay,
I would
okay,
love to get a Mythic Legions or a hot toy because I can't afford. I'm not gonna even lie. I can't afford hot toys or Mythic Legions, but I would love to review them for
okay.
sure.
Now, if somebody's listening or watching, even on Global News Forum, out there in Future Vision Entertainment, if you are a person or somebody that has those and you want them to get out into the community, Roc Vega is the person for you to send that to for the review. So make sure you keep them in mind. What is
Yeah.
the first toy? And this is a good one. What's the first toy you bought with your own money? Not Willie Sylvester Dow's money, not not Ruby Dow's money, but Rock's money.
I don't even know, bro.
Can't remember?
I no, no,
Okay,
I can't.
okay.
I can't. And that I can't remember. I can't.
Okay, okay. Now that's fair. I was taking you way back to your younger days. So if you had a if there was a dream collaboration for your channel, some other person that you could just go on live with, and you guys outside of me, you could go on live with, and you guys could talk about toys and collecting. Who would that be and why?
Man, the great late Stan Lee.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
wish
Why? Why
Stan was
Stan Lee?
still. I mean, Stan Lee, Jack
Okay,
Kirby. If these characters wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for them, right?
that's true.
We,
That's true.
we
That's
wouldn't
true.
have no Spider Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor, none of that if it wasn't for them. So yeah, yeah, them guys, man.
No, I think there are a lot of people out there that would agree with you. All right, so that was our rapid fire, and we got about 8 minutes left. So I want to just ask you a couple of questions so that people who are listening to us, and I want to thank you. You shared a lot of information really quickly about a lot of things in the collecting community, and I'm sure that people who are watching and listening will take great value in this. But what's one thing viewers would be surprised to learn about how you make your videos?
Um, what would they be surprised about how I make my videos?
Yeah, I know you talked about like off the dome. Sometimes you use the props, but is there something that people you be like, man, I didn't even know he did that? Like maybe about the characters or the voices. And let's go into that. Like, how do you decide what voices to use? Because you're not always using the voice that belongs to that particular character that we've seen on television. So
I
how do
mean,
you decide?
I just look at him and be like, man, what would he sound like? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? What would this guy sound like? You know what I'm saying? If
Okay.
like I had did like an Incredible Hulk voice, I had made it deep, like I'm gonna call up the boys tonight. But then I put it into like a voice synthesizer, so it was really like I'm gonna call up the boys tonight. So it's really beefed up.
Okay.
Yeah, so it depends. And like I had did like Thor, and I'm thinking of Thor. I think he's gonna be proper or something like that. So yeah, I talk real proper when I do Thor.
Okay, okay. No, that's interesting. Have you ever filmed a video and decided not to post it and tell me why?
Oh yeah, I done did several like that. It was just too over the top, baby.
Okay, okay,
Just way too much. Man won't think they was ready for them, not just yet.
okay, okay,
And I still have those videos, and I think am gonna release them, but only on like for like paid subscribers.
okay. So it may have some adult content in those
Yeah,
videos. Is
yeah,
that what you're
yeah.
saying?
They're definitely a little over the edge.
Okay, okay. Now, how long does it usually take you from idea to the final upload? So, okay, this, you know what? Today I got some time. These are some figures that I want to review. I haven't reviewed them yet. I want to pose them. I want to throw some props with them. So, how long does it take from that idea to actually putting them out on the channel?
On a good day, I could shoot a video maybe a day,
Okay, okay, okay.
maybe a day at the
Now, does
most
that
three.
continuous working on it, or do you know do you do a section here, then you come back to it? So how do you do that? Is it just like,
If
okay, now
if
I'm thinking
if
about
if
this
the
and boom?
brain clicking like that, then I just keep going, boom, boom,
Okay,
boom, 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 knock it out.
okay,
But
okay,
sometimes you gotta do it and get stumped, and I'll leave it alone. Go play a video game or watch some TV, and then come back to it and try to finish it up. But no more than 3 days to shoot a video.
okay, okay. So people know that it's possible to do it. Now, do you work alone, or do you have anyone else helping you filming and editing?
No, I do it all myself.
Oh, okay, okay. So that if you go on this channel and you look at some of those videos, you would think like you would definitely need some help. But it's good to know that if you are out there and you're interested, and again, when you talk about concepts, is there a certain way to do a video, or is it like, okay, it has to have a opening and closing and a opening, the middle, and the beginning, or is there a formula you use when you do the videos, or for people who may be like, I'm gonna do my first video, is there a formula to use, or how would you suggest or give them some advice on creating the video?
I mean, it's just like any other movie. You gotta have an opening, and you gotta have like some type of storyline, a plot to it, and then gotta end with something. So I can't tell you how to start your video or how to start it off. I mean, that's on you. But yeah, just do you, man. It's
Okay, so there's
don't.
no rhyme or reason to it. Just make sure that it
Oh,
flows. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just like any other movie. It's like start it off. Just
Okay,
jump it off. Push record.
okay, okay, okay.
I can
Now,
say push record.
okay, now that's fair. So now let's
The
get
one thing, see, this is the one thing. The one thing
okay.
about record, long as the camera recording, you can always edit.
That's true. That is true. That is true. So that's advice. Just go out there and start recording your content. If it's something that you don't like, edit it out. You would make it. How many takes do you actually do? I can't. Now I don't know. You may be a star in this, but I can't imagine that you get those videos done in one take.
No, no, take a couple takes. You
Okay.
can some I get done one take, some couple takes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there you go. Push record. If you have to do a few takes, that's fine, but get it to the point where you like it. And I'm sure if you like it, then there'll be other people who like it. So, just a couple more questions before we end our episode today. And again, I want to thank you. I want to thank Dream Romantic Vacations for sponsoring our show. But what is the oldest toy in your collection?
Oldest.
And it may
Um,
be my first, or it may be just as far as collectibles. What is the one that goes back the furthest? Like, this is a,
I got
a
a
GI
car.
Joe from.
I got
Okay,
a
I'm sorry.
car. I got a car from might be the Running Man.
Oh wow, Running Man. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Running Man.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
what it's
okay.
from.
Wow.
Running
Okay.
Man. Yeah, I think that's where that come from. I can't even remember. It's
Okay.
old. It's back here on my floor though, but it's an old car.
Okay. Well, it ain't. That don't mean it doesn't mean as much to you because it's on the floor. It's just where it fits. So I just want
I
folks to
mean,
know
yeah,
that it's just where it fits in your collection.
I got a lot of cars on the floor, just so y'all know. But yeah, it's parked over there up like how you roll through the hood, you see somebody with a whole lot of cars at the crib. It's parked up
Yes.
over there. Yeah, yeah, it's still parked over there.
Okay, okay. Now you've talked about GI Joe, and we know that from those who are listening and watching, you are a GI Joe fan. But now I want you to pivot in your mind. What toy other than GI Joe instantly brings back childhood memories that you have,
Star Wars,
and why?
Darth Vader.
Now, see that I'm
Darth
glad this is
Vader, Darth Vader probably was my first ever action figure.
okay. Why does that bring back so many memories? Because it was your first or what about and we know it's a Star Wars universe, so what about that figure means so much to you?
I mean, it's Darth Vader, coldest brother in the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Luke,
Okay.
hey, I am your father. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Yeah, Darth
Okay.
Vader, man. I think I had that toy when I was like 5,
Wow.
6.
Okay.
He
Okay.
was a big joint, though. He was a big Vader.
Okay.
And
And
I
I
think I used to sleep with that. Him and Spider Man. I think were my first two toys.
Wow. And I think just the parents who may be watching, make sure your children take care of those toys, because I'm gonna tell you,
Please.
it wasn't like, give them that advice, because if you could have kept the toys that you had as a
Oh,
child, and you kept them in pristine condition. So tell our
I would
people who
be
may be watching about that.
I would be sitting on the gold man if I kept them toys, man.
Wow.
Like I used to stick them in my sister's easy bake oven.
Yeah, I've
Ask
heard
her
those
about that.
stories.
I
The
used to
torture chamber.
the torture chamber, man. I used to do some crazy things to my toys, and I wish I could just hit the time switch and go back and tell my younger self, boy, don't tear them toys up. Put them up. We gonna need them later on.
Yes, yes. So parents, if you are buying those toys, they can be collectibles for the future. Make sure they stay in pristine condition. So we got a
Indeed.
couple more questions, and I'm just thinking, I'm trying to pick your brain as much as possible. Have you ever been? What toy have you been so excited to get, other than the stuff that you've had, special made? What was one of the toys like, oh my God, I cannot believe it's available and that I got it? For me, it'll be Jacob Fatu when it finally comes. But for you,
Yujiro Hama.
okay, why?
Yujiro Hama is just like he's like one of the baddest guy out of the anime world. And when he came out, he was like $99,
Okay.
and I missed him. I couldn't get him, man. I was sick about it. My girl got it for me. I don't know
Wow.
how she got it, but she got it for me. And when I opened it, it damn near shed a tear.
All right.
And he was like my figure of the year last year. So
Wow.
he's tough. So y'all want to go on my page? Yeah, you'll see quite a few Najiro Hama videos on there. He usually beating everybody
Okay.
up.
Okay. Okay. Now I got two more questions, and then we're gonna have to wrap this episode up. You know what? If I and for those of you who are listening and watching, if I could get my brother to come back and do a part two, I think this what we're talking about may deserve a part two. So if I can convince him to come back and do a part two, we can really dive into some of those toys, and I can have him show you, and so you'll have a visual of some of those things. So I'm gonna try to convince him to do a part two. But for now, I got a couple more questions before we end part one. Which toy brand do you think is the most underrated?
Which toy brand is the most underrated
Yeah.
right now?
Yep.
Probably Jada Toys.
Why?
I don't think they get as much pub as these other big companies, but
Okay. Okay.
their product, and it's almost better.
Okay. Okay.
Almost better. They just don't have like the Hasbro or the Mattel pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get in there, but their toys are great.
Cool.
So yeah, I would say Jada Toys is probably the most underrated out there. But they moving. They moving.
Okay. Okay. Now, quick fun question before we end. If you could open a physical toy store, what would it be called?
Rock Vegas.
Rock Vegas. All right. And last question from my brother again. For those of you who are watching and listening, I'm gonna try to see if I can convince him to do a part two, so we can do a bit of show and tell, which I think is the next thing to lead into from this part one, to actually be able to see some of the collectibles, and just he can give you a description of why they're so important. But my last question before we wrap is, what is the next big milestone for your YouTube channel?
Man, to get monetized, bro.
Okay, okay, okay,
That'll be the next step, man. I'm almost there. I just
okay.
need a couple more watch hours, and I will be monetized. So
All right. Well, that for those of you who are listening and watching, go and subscribe to his YouTube channel and
watch the
make that.
videos. I
Okay.
need y'all to watch the videos. I need
Watch
the
the
watch
video.
hours. So
Okay.
watch them.
Okay.
Watch them.
All right. Make sure you
And I
watch the
appreciate that.
videos. All right. Well, Rock, thank you for taking time to take us behind the scenes of your channel and giving us a look at what makes toy collecting so magical. Your passion for finding those hidden gems is inspiring. And I know our listeners are walking away ready to start their own treasure hunts. Again,
Nice.
thank you to you and to our sponsor, Dream Romantic Vacations. Visit dreamromanticvacations.com and let them do the work. To everyone listening, make sure to check out Rock's channel. I'll have the links in the show notes when I post this. Until next time, this is the Collective Talk where the mic is on and the truth is loud.
And that's a wrap on this episode of The Collective Talk. If you felt that energy, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a moment of real talk, bold truths, and influential voices. We're here every Wednesday at 6 p.m., bringing you the stories that move the culture and inspire change. This is The Collective Talk, where the mic is on and the truth is loud.